I'd like to introduce you to Caitlin. Caitlin is my 18-year-old daughter. Caitlin thinks that she knows everything. She recently graduated from high school in 2017. Caitlin doesn't know how to check her own oil. Caitlin doesn't know how to make herself a doctor's appointment. Caitlin doesn't know how to call the tire shop to see what size tires she needs to have for her new car. All of these things I feel could be avoided if Caitlin had been involved in a life skills class at the high school level. In a 2016 research study done by the University of Washington's Information School, it was found that 75% of recent graduates are utilizing Google as a way to figure out how to do basic things. Basic things such as how to wash my laundry, how to schedule an appointment, how to check the tire pressure in my car, how to boil eggs. These are skills that I feel should be taught to our youth-age students before they're allowed to graduate high school. I believe that our students should be taught, valuable life skills that they are going to need in the real world. Our students come out from high school and college very well educated, but these students do not have the ability to perform normal tasks. I believe by implementing a home economics class back into our high school educational system, that we are going to teach our students and our children, grandchildren, whatever, how to cook for themselves, clean for themselves, and be more effective in society. Some of the classes I think should be, or some of the pieces of the classes I think should be implemented are budgeting. Lots of our children are not taught how to budget their money and how to save and spend properly. Dave Ramsey offers a lot of great information on how to budget our money and not end up in huge credit card debt. And I think this is very valuable information that should be taught to our children so that they know when they get their paycheck that it's not just their money to spend how they want, that they are going to have many things that are expected of them. They're going to have to pay for their housing. They're going to have to pay for their food. They're going to have to pay for their car and their insurance and their cell phones and all the things that the parents have been taking care of for years for them. So I think that a class on budgeting, money, budgeting time even, sometimes our children don't know how to budget their time properly. Waiting until the last second to get things done is not always a good option. So I think there should be a course offered in time management as well. If our children are taught how to budget their time and their money, they're going to be more effective in the workplace as well as out in the world. I believe also that the students should be taught how to make a proper resume. The students can go out into the world and have all the skills necessary to be able to complete their job, but if they can't utilize a resume to show their employer or potential employer what they actually know, they're not going to be able to be effective. Another course I think would be important, or a piece of the course that would be important, would be taking the students to an actual bank and having the students interact with the bank tellers. And so if they need to go to the bank, they are able to go to the bank and know how to fill out a deposit slip if they need to, or a withdrawal slip, and they know how to interact with the teller, because not all of our banking is going to be able to be done with an ATM card or online. Sometimes you're going to have to go to the bank, and unfortunately a lot of our youth are not familiar with how to bank any way other than online or through an ATM. So I think that this could be vital to teaching them how to function in the real world. I also think that it is important for our students to be shown how to file and prepare their own taxes. When we get our W-2s, there's a lot of information on there that even adults don't understand. And I think that it should be very basic, but just so that the students know what is on this tax form, so that they know when they're filling out their tax form exactly why they're doing it and what the information means. I think that it is important too that students are taught how to properly communicate. The students, will be communicating with people that are not only their age, but are older as well. And with technology the way it is now, we send a lot of text messages, and the words are being abbreviated, and students need to know how to properly communicate with the older generation as they get out into the workforce. So I think that if students can know how to be successful out in the world, that it's not just going to be beneficial for them, but it will also be beneficial for the entire world. If we teach them the basic skills that they need to function in society and know how to do everyday tasks without having to use Google, I think that the world's going to be a better place and our youth will be more successful. So with the implementation of high school economics, home economics class, or just a general life skills class, I think that our youth will benefit and become better citizens and more effective out in the workforce.